show you how to install an LS motor into your 55 Chevy. What we have here is a 5.3 liter LM7 2002 Chevy truck motor, iron block. Has a brand new GM muscle car oil pan kit on it. LS1 intake conversion with the truck accessory brackets. You can see there's clearance here for the throttle body barely with the factory truck water pump. It almost touches, but it just barely clears. I have removed the idler pulley here that would usually hit into your throttle body for the LS1 intake. And I'm going to put it down in the engine bay of this. Alright, in the shop here, we just fabbed up this mount here on the drill press. Oh wait, just kidding, no we didn't. Bought these off eBay. They're small block Chevy conversion mounts, side motor mount conversion kit for the 55. They mount like that on the frame. In that factory, there's a factory hole there that can bolt onto, and you drill the rest of them and move your brake line out of the way, obviously. Here's the rest of the mounting system. This is your adapter plate to go onto the side of your LS motor. Super simple. These are about 30 bucks off eBay. It's super nice. Powder coated 1/4 inch plate or whatever it is. With these plates, you can either put them on one way or the other way. If you put them on like this, then your motor mount will mount back here, putting your engine forward in your engine bay in case you have firewall issues if you put an LS motor in something else. But if you put them on the correct way, like this, this is the passenger side one, and it'll put the motor mount here on the forward part of the motor and set the engine back, which will be closer to your firewall. But if you have a firewall issue or something where your engine hits something, that might be a good option. Now to bolt on your engine mount, you'll just use a regular small block Chevy mount that will bolt on there like that, which will go into my side mount motor mounts for the 55. Now we're taking off the battery box for more clearance in the engine bay to get this test fit the motor for the first time. Now we're moving the brake lines here to install the mounts. Okay, here's your side mount. Now you're just going to lift up your brake line, test fit it on here. This won't fit exactly. They say to mount your motor to these first, and then test fit in here, but I'm just kind of showing you how it mounts onto the side of your frame rail. Now you can see we've got the motor mount plates bolted onto the side of the LS. Here is the factory style mount. It bolts up like that. I know you can't really see that too well, but you can see it's got 3 holes in the mount, and there's 3 holes on the side of the LS motor you're going to bolt in. These 2 are tapped into the plate, so it bolts just right in there, and this one goes into the block of the engine actually, so you have one secure connection into the motor, and then these 2 and the rest of this steel plate. Pick it up. Alright, we just bolted in the LS1. Well, it's not really bolted in yet. We're test fitting it basically. I've got the frame stands, or side mount motor stands, kind of just set onto the frame, and they're roughly just with a bolt set through the mounts of the engine. It's a super tight fit to get this motor in here with the truck accessories. The flywheel, we had to take the pressure plate off, and it's just scraping this motor, windshield wiper motor, and the water pump end was scraping this, so I mean, you missed it, but it was really tight, but we got it in there. I think I'm going to actually weld in the side motor mounts to the frame, as it's almost impossible to bolt them in trying to get in there to get a nut on the back side of the mounts. But yeah, it's pretty much a bolt-in setup. I'll tack weld the mounts on. Alright, now we've test fitted the motor with the motor mounts, found the right place for them, and I tack welded them in place while the motor was in here so that they fit into the correct place for the motor. Now I'm going to use 4 1-inch welds, as the instructions say, to install the motor mounts on the frame.